This is from the South, teleSUR English's daily news show. My name is ATHENS. We begin with the news of the Venezuelan Special Operation Forces exercise in Caracas that resulted in the seizure of weapons believed to be used by violent opposition protesters against the protective services. 5 people, including 1 Colombian, were detained in the exercise, which seized an 84 anti-tank bazooka, C4 explosives, masks, grenades, helmets, mortars, military uniforms, bulletproof vests and caps, resembling those of the Bolivarian National Intelligence Service. Information obtained by Venezuela's special forces had led them to several Colombians who had solicited and trained Venezuelan youths to form cells capable of attacking security personnel. Police in Chile used tear gas to disperse thousands of students who were marching alongside members of trade unions, angry over what they say is the government's failure to meet electoral promises on education and pension. President Michelle Bachelet has boasted, however, of having granted in 2016 free education access to about 50% of the most vulnerable sector, with hopes of increasing that percentage to 60% by 2018. However, protesters say that is not enough. To Brazil now, where former president and founder of the Workers' Party Lula da Silva was in a celebratory mood as the party commenced its 6th National Congress on Thursday. During the Congress, party members discussed strategies to overcome the dangers to democracy presented by current President Michel Temer and his administration. Party affiliates, numbering more than 1,000 during the Congress opening, reiterated their unity in the face of a government plagued by seemingly endless scandals and corruption. Cuba's parliament, during an extraordinary session, has approved documents reaffirming the Socialist Party's economic and political agenda, as well as the banning of concentration of private property and wealth. The meeting was called as US President Donald Trump considers rolling back the US-Cuban normalization of relations, launched under his predecessor Barack Obama. While the documents were drafted before the Trump's election last November, the Cuban parliament approval sent a clear message that Cuba will not make the political and economic concessions that Trump has demanded.
Continuar avanzando en la actualización de nuestro modelo económico y social, o lo que es lo mismo, cambiar todo lo que debe ser cambiado. Y lo haremos a la velocidad que nos permitan el consenso que forjemos al interior de nuestra sociedad y la capacidad que demostremos de hacer bien las cosas.
7 people were reportedly killed in Kabul, Afghanistan, as demonstrators clashed with riot police during a protest. The protesters were demanding the resignation of Afghan President Ashraf Ghani as well as Chief Executive Officer Abdullah Abdullah. The action follows the deadly car bomb blast that blamed the lives of at least 80 people and wounded over 350 more in Kabul on Wednesday morning. Greek police have begun evacuating the last remaining migrants and refugees from a makeshift camp in the south of Athens. The camp was set up in a disused former airport and ex-Olympic facility. According to a police spokesperson, about 450 to 500 people were living at the camp. At least 36 guests and staff were killed and 80 more injured in Manila, Philippines, after a gunman torched a hotel complex on Friday. The assailant burst into the casino of Resorts World Manila after midnight, firing shots and setting gaming tables on fire. The smoke proved fatal to many of the hotel's patrons and employees. Peruvian archaeologists have discovered 3,500-year-old polychrome friezes at the Huaca Garagay archaeology site near Lima's San Martin de Porres district on Thursday. Friezes are decorative bands on an outside wall. According to Chief Archaeologist Hector Walde, the discovered friezes are richly decorated with mineral materials and very well adhered. And finally, Zinedine Zidane and his Real Madrid team flew into Cardiff earlier this Friday, ready for their Champions League final match against Juventus on Saturday. Real are fresh from winning La Liga for the first time in 5 years and are the defending European champions. There is more on these and other stories on our website, telesurtv.net/English. For teleSUR English, I'm ATHENS. Have a great weekend.